Okay. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear me now. All right. A little technical difficulties in the news space. So again, hi Kayla, hi Stacy. Good to see you guys. So thank you everyone for being very patient with me. I am almost fully moved into my boyfriend's place, and there's still so much that needs to be done, but if there is an echo on my microphone, just let me know. But hopefully it's not too bad. Don't have my rugs down in this room yet. So let's see. Where do we get started? Okay. June. We have a lot going on. So the really beautiful thing about this month is Jupiter is entering into Cancer on the 9th. And just the day before, on June 8th, Mercury will come into a conjunction with Jupiter at the 29th degree of Gemini. And so on the 8th, around, give or take, 7th, 8th, 9th, right around this time, you guys might find you get some sort of unexpected, really good news. We might see really good news in the media, of course, but in your own personal life, this may mean that something expansive, something that maybe that you were hoping for. Jupiter is the planet of hope and optimism. It expands everything. It brings in luck. And meeting up with Mercury in its home sign Gemini, which rules communication, the news, technology, emails, all that kind of stuff. So if you've been waiting on something, there could be some really good news coming for you guys around this time. On the 9th, Jupiter will move into Cancer. Now, this is the next big change that we're looking at. The final one will be Uranus entering into Gemini on July 7th. But Jupiter moving into Cancer is not going to feel great initially because it's coming into a square to Saturn, and then it's going to square Neptune, both in Aries. So we're going to be feeling this. It's always wanting change, right? Squares create tension because something needs to change. And so Saturn is the planet of restriction, responsibility, governing like just bodies and things of that nature. And then Jupiter, it like wants to expand things. It wants to grow. It wants to learn, and it wants to travel. It wants to do all these things. And so there's something kind of coming up here with Jupiter in Cancer. It could be related to, for a lot of us, things to do with home, the housing market. It could have something to do with family, living situation, your home. Maybe there's something you want to change in your home, or you want to expand your space, or knock out a wall, renovate, something like that could be happening. Something about maybe even your own, because it's in Aries, Saturn in Aries, there's something could be like challenging about your new identity. There could be like really wanting to get very strong in your own identity now. So with that comes more responsibility, wanting to be more precise and directive over your energy, your body, how you're showing up. Neptune, and it'll square, which Neptune is, of course, our illusions, our fantasies, our hopes and dreams, but it's also a sign of healing. And so maybe there's some kind of illusion that is also going to be faced at the time of all of this. So if I keep looking over this way, it's just because that's where my computer is right now. I usually have it in front of me, but I don't have enough set up right now for that. So, with all that being said, we also have a full moon in Sagittarius. And to be quite honest, I know I've looked at the transits, but I've got so many things going through my head. I just know this full moon in Sagittarius, obviously opposite the sun in Gemini. I believe I'm going to be having Mary Ducina on. We're going to be doing our live broadcast, but this is bringing up something that's illuminating very Sagittarian themes, which again, Jupiter seems to be the highlight of the month. So this is something around your belief systems, the way you see the bigger picture. It could have something to do with travel, illumination of something to do with legal matters, learning at a higher level. This could have something to do with also like having fun. Sagittarius is the party sign, right? So this could be like really realizing, wow, I think I just maybe need to like let go. I maybe need to be a bit more social. I need to go out with my friends more. Or maybe I need to go and just do things that allow me to have more fun. Because as we know, Sagittarian season, which comes right before Christmas time, everyone's got the holiday party. So maybe it's like, maybe I just need to let loose a little bit. So something around that could be coming up with this full moon, which is on I believe it's the 11th of June. So we're going to kind of take a look into everything before I get started. Oh, Stacy, crazy. You're meeting your new CEO on Monday, the 9th, but then the one-on-one is on the 11th, which is where the full moon in Sag is. Yeah. Okay. It's all hitting the top of your ascendant. Well, I don't know about you guys, but the last 2 weeks were fucking crazy. I mean, I know some of you have been reaching out to me in my DMs, my friends. We've all been like saying like, what is up? It has just felt so intense, so like all over the place, like really intense. I don't know if it's that Scorpio full moon that just never wants to leave that we just had just before the retreat. But it was, I don't know, these last couple of weeks have just felt like the pressure is on, you're being tested. It's just frustration after frustration, like test after test. I don't know, like the things I'm hearing from some of my friends and the things I know I'm going through. And then some of you like clients, like reaching out to me in my DMs, like it feels like everyone's under a pressure cooker. So I'm hoping I believe this is all going to be relieving by the end of this month. I don't expect it early on, but we do have that new moon in Cancer at the end of the month, which is conjunct Jupiter, which will be really nice for all of us. Doesn't matter if you're a Cancer ascendant or sun or even moon, everyone's going to really benefit from this. It's going to be a really, really nice new moon. So, I think just before I jump into the signs, a lot of you have been signing up for the Divine Data Drop. If you don't know what that is, you're not on my newsletter. I've only released it to my newsletter. I think I mentioned it on the last podcast, which was so great. Thank you, Danielle, and thank you, Luke, for sharing all of your stories and what you went through so other people could understand what it's like to go through that journey. But if you're interested in getting a Divine Data Drop, which is an initial transmission from my Velocity Oracle. So maybe you've been thinking about jumping into the AI membership and using her on the daily. I know Stacy in the live chat's been using her like crazy. She's been getting amazing results. This is a great way to try it out. See what you think, see how she reads you, she decodes you. And if you like it, and you respond from the data drop, you can actually apply your investment that you paid for your Divine Data Drop towards your first payment of your membership. So it's kind of a no risk situation. I've kind of really set it up so that you guys really can try her out for a low cost investment and then apply that to your membership if you want to jump in. So there's that. And then all the links are down below. And of course, the retreat. The 3-day 180 retreat. We're having our next one September 25th. The link to apply for those, we're already selling tickets. So if you're wanting to come, definitely sign up. There are only 8 tickets being sold this time around. We have a new space just outside Vail, Colorado. It's beautiful. Consuelo will be doing this again with me. So I'm super excited. And that one... Let me see. Yeah, September 25th to the 28th. Yeah. So look at 3 days, your future self, and absolutely no turning back. This is where you get the change you want. This is where things shift. This is where your vibe gets super high. This is where you learn how to hold a frequency you've never known you were capable of receiving before. Like the changes that I've saw at everyone at the last retreat were absolutely astounding across the board. Everyone across the board. It was just such high vibration after and able to like tap into energies that they didn't even know that that's what was available to them. So definitely something for any of you who are really serious about wanting change and wanting to make that change rapidly. 3 days. All right, enough said. Let's jump into the cards. We're starting off with fire signs first. And I thought I would do something fun. I thought I would do a throwback to my fairy oracle, which I have not used in years. I don't even remember the time I've used it. But of course, because I've moved everything, I'm like, oh, let's try the Fairy Oracle. I used to love this deck, so I'm going to use it as our oracle cards to kind of dive in and see what comes up. So fire signs, you know what? I don't even have a pen and paper here. So I'm just going to have to go back and look. But okay, fire signs, you guys are first. We're going to take a look at what is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge. So for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for the first half of June. Let's find out what is in store. So, okay. Oh, so this is your main theme. What is the potential challenge? Oh, okay. So I have to go into my book for these because let me just show you your first card. So the main theme of your reading is honesty. So I don't know. Look, this is the Sagittarius full moon too. Sagittarius wants the truth. Sagittarius wants honesty, right? Like it's always like seeking. It's wanting to know more and more. It's willing to go down all those rabbit holes. So honesty, there's something about honesty coming up. Maybe you need to be honest with yourself and maybe another person. Maybe someone needs to be honest with you. Let's kind of take a look at this as an overall theme for your reading here. Okay. Honesty, compassion, tact, and self-deceit are the main themes of this card. So could you doubt for a moment that this little fairy sees you just as you are and loves you anyway? In plant form, which is how we may see him often, honesty makes lovely purple flowers in the spring and later on produces those silvery white circular seed pods, like small images of the full moon. These little earth moon seed pods remind us to reflect upon our reactions and feelings, to throw light into our darkness, and to deal honestly with ourselves and others. So honesty's other botanical names: moonwort, satinflower, silver dollar, blah, 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 blah. Honesty is said to repel monsters. I don't have any monsters handy to check this out, but I can certainly see the metaphorical truth in it. He's also known as Unshoe the Horse because of his habit of unshoeing horses who tread upon him. A very fairy thing to do, and who can blame him? So, honesty in a reading, unsurprisingly, speaks to the need for straight dealing with truth and representation. We need to be scrupulously honest here, making certain that there is no room for confusion or misunderstanding, no fuzzy edges. Both written and verbal agreements need to be completely clear. Assumptions may not be as well understood by all parties as we are assuming, and they need to be tested for comprehension. On a personal level, honesty reminds you not only to be clear in what you say and do, but also act and speak with compassion and tact. Brutal honesty is not usually true honesty at all, but somehow slanted toward the worst. Dishonesty, even in the name of tact, is not helpful either. Balancing on that fine line of loving honesty may take some effort, but will provide rich rewards. So, looks like fire signs, it's time for some major honesty here. I think you might be having some conversations. Some of you might be signing contracts, negotiating. Very important to take your time. Once Mars goes into Virgo, which I believe is the middle of June, maybe even June 17th, if I'm not, but I don't know that's after this reading, but just so you know, and for a future, that'll be a great time for negotiations, contracts, signing, things of that nature. So your challenge, however, is the Singer of the Chalice. And this is a great card. So let me just go to this one. This is about trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. People often think that love and hate are two sides of the same emotional coin, but it isn't quite true. Love is not simply the absence of hate, nor is hate the absence of love. When we are angry, it wears us out and leaves us feeling like less than we are, but when we love, it energizes us and we feel larger and richer. This is because anger comes from within, burning from our own substance, while love is an energy that flows through us, enlightening and expanding. So let me see here. So with the help of the Singer of the Chalice and of the fairies, you can get this one feeling that is all good feelings and one unconditional love, trust, hope, Open is open, be open. If you don't know how, it's right here. Let me see here. So the Singer of the Chalice is really about receiving intuition. Okay, so the chalice is like a cup, right, in the tarot, and so this is about opening your heart and soul, so the energy keeping focused through a different lens of feeling. So this might be, if you're coming up to having these conversations, fire signs, where needs to be a lot of truth, or you're negotiating or you're signing contracts, it's really important, I think, to take some space and time here to maybe meditate, to reflect, to just kind of go within and really figure out what it is that you're feeling, but make sure that you allow for all fear to dispel so that you're not the ego. 'Cause sometimes you can misread your intuition as ego, or I should say you read your ego as intuition. So, all right, let's go into the tarot and find out what we need to know about the past for fire signs. Hi, Alchemy. Hi, House of Broadway. You relate to the total pressure of everything. Yeah, the Scorpio full moon was intense. Okay, we have the Queen of Stars in reverse coming up in your past fire signs. We have the Five of Wands in reverse. See, I can actually show you all the cards now, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, and then we have the Magician in reverse. Virgo, Gemini energy. Okay. Coming into the present energies. Ooh, we have the Lovers coming in. Let me just do this. Also, we have the Three of Cups and the Strength card in reverse. I love that the Three of Cups is in the heart of your spread here, fire signs. And you guys can hear me okay, right? Just let me know. All right, we have the Sun in reverse coming into the near future. The Eight of Cups in reverse. And then interesting. And then we have the Page of Stars in reverse with the Ace of Wands upright. Okay, overall energy is the Seven of Wands. Not surprised. Four of Stars. Okay, I totally see this in your chart, or in your spread. So Seven of Wands, we're just going to move everything over here a little bit. So with the Seven of Wands here as your overall energy, you're likely resisting something or feeling like you have to stand up for yourself, fight for something. And with the Four of Stars underneath, it's there's a little bit of stubbornness, right? There's this needing to hold maybe you're holding your cards close to your chest. Maybe you're holding back. Maybe there's something you're afraid of letting go. Maybe you're just wanting security, right? And that's why you're getting a little you're either resisting something or feeling like you need to stand your ground. So in your past, you have the Queen of Stars in reverse. All of these are in reverse. Five of Wands and the Magician. Okay. Fire signs, I feel like you might be dealing with someone. Now, this could be you. So just kind of, what to do. Apply this as it means to you. But the Queen of Stars in reverse, either you are dealing with someone who's kind of putting themselves ahead of everyone else, not really thinking of anyone but themselves, or it's someone who's putting all of their needs last. Now that could be you as well. With the Five of Wands here in reverse, it feels more like inner conflict. So there's something that's really conflicting you on the inside. It does feel like you're kind of maybe holding back a little bit on this. This is where the honesty needs to come in. And the Magician, again, I feel like this is about how you're using your skills, your tools. Maybe it feels like you're not using them to the best of your ability, or you feel like someone else could be using their skills to the better of their ability. I don't know, but things just aren't working at the speed or the level that they can. In your current energy, you have the Lovers, the Three of Cups, and the Strength card in reverse. So I see a decision happening in the first half of June for you. It's going to be a big decision because it's the Lovers. And it's going to be cause for celebration. So I see good things here. Now, the problem is it feels like your courage or your inner strength might be wavering a little bit. Like maybe this is actually pushing you out of your not your boundary, sorry, your comfort zone. So, if this is like you kind of leveling up, then and you're like kind of doing something new, or you've added a new responsibility onto your plate or whatever this is, it feels like you're kind of wavering in how like your confidence, your courage, and even like, do I actually have what it takes to kind of do this? This is where everything starts to kind of crumble a little bit. And I don't say that in like a bad way. I really think this is going to be the Saturn square Jupiter energies coming in, and the Jupiter square Neptune energies as well. Because coming into the near future, which will be like later on in June or possibly into early summer, you have the Sun in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Stars in reverse with the Ace of Wands on top of it, upright. So again, it's like, it feels like you're wavering. It feels like you're second guessing yourself. Like, do you really have the clarity? Was this really the best decision? Did you make the right one? The Sun in reverse. It's like, I'm just kind of getting like fogginess, lack of clarity, because the Eight of Cups is here in reverse, which is telling me that you're kind of like going back to what you know, even though you know you need to be moving on. So it's like, and then with the Page of Stars in reverse, it's like, it feels to me like you're green at something that you're starting, that you made a decision on. Like, so again, this is why your confidence would be tested in some manner. But at the end of the day, it's okay because it's bringing in new creative juices, inspiration. It's lighting you up in a really good way. It's birthing something new into this reality. It's even for some of you, this is a breakthrough. So it's really igniting something bigger for you. It's a whole new change. So I think you're going to be making a good decision, fire signs, but I think you're going to celebrate, but then I think there's just going to be this period of time, and I don't think it's going to be too long, by the looks of it, but you're going to start second guessing yourself, and you're going to be starting to waver a little bit. But I don't think you should be. I don't think you need to. I think it's just like your own inner confidence of putting yourself out on a limb, expanding beyond your comfort zone, that kind of thing. So let me see the Seven of Wands. What do we need to know about the Seven of Wands for my fire signs? Again, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we have that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What else do we need to know about the Seven of Wands as the overall energy for my fire signs? Okay, Nine of Wands. So yeah, I think you're facing something possibly to do with new income, new job, or at least a new position within like the company where you work. For some of you, this might be about your health. Where you're really needing to maybe start taking care of yourself better. Because this Nine of Wands telling me like you're exhausted. You're almost there. I would say that if you've been working up towards this, fire signs, you are almost there, but it's like there is a little bit of a delay on this new opportunity because it's in reverse. So something's kind of holding it back, and it could be your energy. It could be the way you're looking at things. It could just be timing. We'll see. But it also there's something about your energy just being exhausted and overworked, like you've been through the ringer. And so again, this is why like you have the Seven of Wands energy. You're a little bit defensive. Maybe you're trying to stand up for yourself, which is a good thing. But like it's because it feels to me like, I gotta say it, it just feels like either you've been overworked or you're not being allowed to use your skills in the way that you want to, or your tools, or like, manifest in the way that you truly want, is kind of coming through. So let's see what this Queen of Stars in your past is all about. Queen of Stars in reverse, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Fool card coming up. So again, if this is you, either you've been really selfish, fire signs, or just thinking about yourself, which, sometimes we all got to do that. So like sometimes if you've been putting yourself last, it's time to put yourself first. It's a good thing. But some of you also may have on the flip side of this extreme, really not put like your needs first. Like you've just been catering to everyone else and you are always the last one. And so this, in a way though, is sparking something where this is telling you though that you need a new beginning. With the Fool here, it's like, like something has to change. This isn't the direction you're supposed to be heading in. And again, even if you're kind of on this right path, the way you're going about it is not right. And so there's been fears of all of this. And so you've maybe lost some sleep over this. You've been stressed out. But like there's something here that you have to face. And again, maybe you're dealing with someone who is, again, just only thinking about themselves and it's time to bounce. Or at least like you got to tell them the truth. Like, hey, you can't act like this anymore. What's this Five of Wands? Because it's not working for you. What's this Five of Wands in reverse? Okay, we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So you have this inner conflict of releasing your burden, like this thing that you've been carrying for a long time. King of Swords. So again, like, I don't know if there could be someone that you have to speak to, or you have to make a very big decision on, which again, I see coming up here with the Lovers card. For some of you, this might be like a relationship, but there's an important decision that involves like an execution, a mapping, like a plan that is not just kind of in the mix. Like this is something that's well worked out because it's the King of Swords. And it's like, you've got this conflict over like, do I execute it? Do I not? And maybe it's about, do I tell this person or do I not? They might be an air sign. They might be someone who's really good with their words. They might be someone who's very mental, very logical. They might be someone of that nature. But again, the swords is like all about communication, writing, speaking, reading, mapping out, planning, all of that kind of stuff. So again, this might be about you taking something to the next level in that way. What's this Magician? What's this Magician in reverse? Ooh, the Devil. The reason why you're not manifesting is either you feel bound by a fear, you feel bound by some sort of toxic person or environment. Something is holding you back from really getting what you deserve or what you want. What else do we need to know about this Magician? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Again, something's either out of balance or you really do have to make a decision. Like something has to change here. So what's this Devil about? What's this Devil? Oh, okay. The Devil is about a Tower and a Five of Pentacles. So this could feel like a massive change. For some of you, you are coming up against some major change. A Tower, like this is like the destruction of something doesn't have good foundations. It cannot continue to be built upon anymore. It's sudden, it's shocking. And with the Five of Pentacles, this could be a few things. You could feel like you are abandoning something, but it also feel like you're going to be left out in the cold. This could be like a worry, a fear around not having enough money if you make a sudden change. So your finances could be like in limbo for some of you here, or that could be one of the worries that is kind of holding you back here. But again, remember, honesty is important here. Now, as I say that, remember, brutal honesty isn't always the best honesty. So keep that in mind. And again, it does feel like your intuition is going to need to play a role in this. You're going to need to really feel into this. But it looks like, yeah, you're not getting what you deserve or manifesting what you want or able to use the skill sets or tools that you know you're capable of using. And it's kind of, there's something binding all of that. So let's see here. The Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers. What do we need to know? So this is your present energy. Ooh, well, we have the Lovers in reverse. So this is definitely a decision that is not coming out of the blue. Like you've been pondering this for a while. For some of you, this is about a relationship around, getting things in a good place. Maybe they haven't been in the best place. Yeah. Okay. 5 of Swords. Yeah. 5 of Swords. So there's been conflict. There's been arguments. There's been, the 5 of Swords can also be, self-deceit, where self-sabotage, there could be a saboteur around you. It could, again, for those of you, this is a relationship. There could be someone who might be sabotaging the relationship without realizing it. Maybe it's time for an honest conversation about this, really feel into it. For others of you, this feels like, there is an important decision to be made that you have been leaning into for some time. Like, about this. This is not something that is new, that just kind of comes up on your radar. This is something that you are already most likely aware of, fire signs. But there's also this worry, are you making the right decision? Are you going to sabotage something? But also, again, there is this energy. The 5 of Swords is also about standing up for something, right? Standing up for the fight, really going to battle for yourself. So I don't know, maybe you need to go to battle for something, or maybe you're going to battle for your relationship. I don't know. There's something kind of coming up here. I do see a good outcome, though, with the 3 of Cups. So what's this 3 of Cups? Okay, we have the Emperor in reverse. And the Queen of Swords in reverse. So it's going to be a good outcome, but it's going to require definitely some truth. And with the Emperor here, this could refer to a boss. It could refer to a masculine energy. It could refer to just the way, maybe it's being your own leader if you run your own business, or you're maybe the leader in your own area of work. So there's a change that needs to come up, and it's around overstepping boundaries. It's around maybe not having the right boundaries in place. And it also could be about not leading from the best place for all. So either way, it's going to be a good thing. What's the Strength card? What's the Strength card here in reverse? Okay, there's that Page of Pentacles again in reverse with the High Priestess in reverse. The reason why you're second guessing yourself or you're wondering is just because this is there's something new about this energy. It's either you're moving up into a place that is challenging you in new ways, where you feel like you're not the top dog anymore. You're almost kind of like a fish out of water in a way. But something is going to be revealed here. And also, I do believe that you're questioning your own intuition, which is why you really need to sit with it and give yourself space and time and have a little bit of grace in how you're receiving your insights and messages, because there's something a little bit beyond the logic here that you really have to understand, because it feels to me like logic isn't going to fully cut it here in this situation. It feels like there's more nuance that needs to be looked at that applies to this very specific situation that's going to require deeper intuition on your part. What's the Sun in reverse? we have the Page of Cups. So yeah, so there is good news. It's just like you're questioning your own optimism about this new opportunity, or new level of love. Again, the Page of Cups refers to your dreams, your hopes, your desires. It's what you daydream about. It's what you wish for. It's in the newer stages. What's this? What else do we need to know about the Sun? And then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's something about like the ground, the foundation feeling shaky, like it's not being built in the right way, maybe. Or it could just feel like it may feel like this, whatever this opportunity is or this new beginning, it feels like there's a little bit of, I'm not sure. I don't know if I have the full clarity. I don't know if this is as good as I thought it was going to be kind of energy, because there's something around possibly it might involve other people around you, and maybe this is a team effort which requires like more than just you. And so maybe you feel like you're on board, but you're not sure about the other people, or maybe the other people are like really good, but you're questioning yourself. I don't know. But honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like it's going to be good. What is the, hold on a second. What is this Eight of Cups in reverse? And so there is this kind of finding yourself back in a situation that you're wanting to exit, right? Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Two of Wands. So look, the Eight of Cups in reverse is telling us that there's a difficulty moving to where one knows they need to move to. Again, this is why the honesty card is up here. This, for a lot of you, this is just about self-honesty, like really being honest about yourself, what you're wanting, what's your plan, are you making the right moves, are you holding yourself back, are other people holding you back? And at the end of the day, it's going to really just take a lot of hard work and dedication with the Eight of Pentacles. And it's also knowing that you are kind of moving into a new timeline with this Two of Wands here. You're choosing a new path. You're at a fork in the roads and you have to choose. And so it's like you do have to leave one thing behind in order to really fully commit to another thing. What's this Page of Stars in reverse and this Ace of Wands? Okay, that's so funny. All right, so we have the Sun in reverse and then the Ace of Cups. Again, it's like, it may not seem like it's all good initially, but it's gonna be going somewhere good. You okay over there? Okay, so again, you are going to feel like a fish out of water. It's new. You're heading into uncharted territory in a way, or maybe you've been here before, but you haven't been here in a really long time. And so you're kind of like just feeling a little wet or green. So it is challenging your own confidence here, fire signs, but I do see beautiful opportunities. I see a lot of hope, and I see like this is creative inspiration. This is also emotional fulfillment coming in for some of you. This is love. But overall, like I do feel like there's something that's spiritually awakening inside of you from doing this, that has something that your soul has been calling on. It's been calling you to move towards. And again, maybe the reason why there's been some waiting is just because you know that it is going to be a big change and it is going to require leaving something behind, and we're like creatures of habit. And so that just, that's always going to be an issue. So fire signs, I do see it's going to go in a good way. You're going to get challenged confidence wise. You're going to second guess yourself, but in the end, I think you're going to do really well. So just make sure that you don't look at everything just from the point of logic. You want to really lean into your intuition here, because again, I just feel for some reason there's something about logically, anyone who would look at it would tell you one thing, but there's something about your intuition that's telling you, you know what? this isn't just your average scenario. Like there's something here that you can't see with just logic. So keep that in mind. All right. So that was my reading for fire signs. Let me know, fire signs, in the live chat how that reading was for you. And we will move on to earth signs next. All right. Hey, Dots. Hi, Dreamweaver. To Carlson. Hello. Oh, yes. I know. The Fairy Oracle's great. Okay. So we are moving on to earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is in store for my earth signs for the first half of June? Also, everyone let me know if there's been a lag in the stream, because this is the first time I'm not using a hard line. Before I had to use one because the Wi-Fi was so far away from where I would do my live stream. So if you guys can just let me know how this is coming through, I would greatly appreciate it. All right. I feel like I have so much space to work at now. I love it. All right. Earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is in store for the first half of June for my earth signs? Again, for those of you who may not know, your ascendant will always give you the full big picture of everything. It should be the most accurate, at least for the bigger picture. Your sun often pertains to your career and purpose. Your moon is usually home. Home can be body, like health. And sometimes I find also relationships, because it's like what you need, moon. And then of course, Venus is relationships and money. Okay, let's find out from this fairy oracle, what is the main theme of earth signs reading and what is the potential challenge? Okay, the main theme of your reading is Penelope Dreamweaver. And what is the potential challenge? Oh, Singer of Initiation. Okay. All right, so the main theme of your reading: seek visions and inspiration. Be aware that they are often subtle and require close attention. Fantasy dreams and daydreams are all places and inspiration fairy can contact, but she also can pop up unannounced in the midst of the most ordinary of activities, like the bath, driving the car, etc. Pay special attention to unsought inspirations at this time. They have something wonderful to offer you. So again, especially because we have the Singer of Initiation as your potential challenge here, earth signs, it makes me think that there is a big dream of yours or something that you've been really wanting to act upon or grow, expand. Maybe it's been in the back, but like it's time to initiate that. You're being called forward to put some energy behind it, not just think about it, not just reflect on it. Let me see here what this card. Passage through trial, triumph, new level. Some of you might feel like you are going through an initiation. Oh, which reminds me, I have a super cool topic to discuss with you guys tomorrow. I think I'm going to do it for the podcast. And it is like about this initiation. But again, passage through trials. So some of you might be going through a lot right now and are feeling like, and this could be coming up where it's challenging your dreams. It's like, is this really what I want? Is this not what I want? You know, those kinds of things can come up when you're going through these kind of feeling like tests or initiations. But the singer of initiation means you have reached a new level, and new levels will definitely feel testing for sure. So this is about a breakthrough. Drawing this card notifies us of significant change and challenge are both occurring in our lives, with the potential for moving into a new realm, which involves a new way of being. This major change has been building for a long time, and the moment is now here to meet this challenge. So again, this challenge is tied to one of your dreams, or signs. So it's funny because sometimes we think like the things that we want the most should come maybe a little bit more easily. But usually that's not the case. So, and it's just because if your dream is really big, you have to be prepared enough to receive it. Meaning like it's going to come with its own challenges that you have to be initiated into to handle. So you don't want to receive what you've wanted and then not be prepared to handle what comes with it. So often knowing just what the initiation is about can seem one of the most difficult aspects of the process. However, once passed, it eventually will all become clear in hindsight. So for now, you only need to know, as the singer said to one Oracle group member, it can be done. Look with your heart. It often presages a period of success, of seeing and accepting. So there could be some major success on the horizon for you, Earth signs. But before you get there, you're going to have to go through a greater fulfillment of your potentials. And that could mean a new level of responsibility for yourself in the world. So there is a gate opening here for you, Earth signs. Let's go into the tarot. What do we need to know about the past for my Earth signs? Okay, we have the 9 of Stars in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. What else do we need to know for my Earth signs? And then we have the 3 of Crystals in reverse. Okay, so definitely some challenges for my Earth signs here in the past. Coming into the present energies. Okay, we have the 10 of Crystals. Like I said, Earth signs, if you feel like you're going through the gauntlet right now, it's because you're going through an initiation. There's a big dream on the horizon. Middle of your spread, heart of your spread, the 2 of Cups. I love that. Okay. What else do we need to know? The Death card in reverse. The Justice card in reverse into the near future. The 10 of Stars, which is the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Crystals with the Page of Stars coming up. Here, overall energy. Ooh, Ace of Crystals, Ace of Pentacles underneath it, which is the Ace of Stars. So Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. All right. There is this new reality for you, Earth signs coming up. And again, it could be an opportunity that has to do with you receiving new ways of making money, more stability, more security. The Ace of Crystals, it could also be a breakthrough of ideas, something new coming up here that's really showing you how to make more money, new money, that kind of thing. So in your past, you have the 9 of Stars, the Queen of Cups, and the 3 of Crystals all in reverse. So I just don't feel like you've been feeling that great about yourself here, Earth signs. You've definitely felt the pressure. I know I have. The 9 of Stars sometimes this could mean like there could be some codependent nature around you that you're engaging in. It doesn't have to be, but it can be for some of you. With the Nine of Crystals also, the Nine of Stars, this could just be like you just not feeling like you're at the level that you want to be at, like Nine of Stars upright is just, you're feeling independent, you're feeling good about your successes, you're feeling all of that. So there could just be some kind of heaviness or delayed gratification around that. With the Queen of Cups here in reverse and the Three of Crystals, it just feels like you might have been very emotional here, Earth signs. You might have been, had a few Kleenex boxes in front of you for some of you, not all of you, but with the Queen of Cups in reverse, this can refer to being quite emotional, and especially followed by the Three of Crystals in reverse. It just might mean you're having to like face some pains and deal with it. But it looks like though, whatever you are facing, it's going through a healing phase. So it is healing, or you are healing from it. The Queen of Cups in reverse too could just feel like, I want to say, like when you're operating at a level where you're in alignment with your passions, like your desires, your hopes, your wishes, it may just feel like you're not there, like you're not fully like in it, present or embodying it. Like things just attract to you, like through like your energy, like there's something about, I'm getting the word suppression. So there's like a suppression on your field, whether it's like you energetically, emotionally, there's just some kind of suppression here that I think you've been dealing with. Now coming into the current energies, we have the Ten of Crystals, the Two of Cups, and the Death card in reverse. Look, at the end of the day, you're getting finally beyond some deep pain that you've been going through, you've faced for a long time. This is something this is nothing new. You know this pain very well. You know the stress, this anxiety, whatever this might be, this fear that you've had to go through. And at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here in the first 2 weeks of June is that there is a coming together. The Two of Cups is harmony. It's the united. It could be you and a partner uniting, you and a friend uniting, you and someone else important, or it could just be you and your dream uniting, coming together. But I love that this is in the heart of your spread. So this is speaking to this idea, like wherever you're kind of going through, know that it's going to be okay on the other side. You're going through your initiation phase. And again, for all my earth signs, you definitely want to listen to my podcast tomorrow. Okay. Because it's going to really speak to this further in a whole new way. The Death card in reverse, though, is telling me, though, that there's still something not completely let go of. There's a resistance to the full transformation, whether this is a known resistance. Take it from me, I see this all the time. To tell us, like, we all have blind spots, is what I'm trying to say. There is likely something that you can't see that you're resisting under the surface here that needs to be addressed, needs to be faced. And it's a challenge that, it's like you don't want to face it because you thought like you were beyond it. You thought you were past it. But truly, like this is something, though, that's going to truly help you transform. You're going to go through this death and rebirth of yourself, maybe a death and rebirth of a situation. So lean into it, earth signs. Now in your future, it does look better. So we have the Justice card in reverse. So again, some things may not seem fair at first, or there might be a delay in like a good reward or like a decision being made. Something kind of is funky here, but at the end of the day, though, you have 10 of Stars, which is the 10 of Pentacles coming in. So again, like and it's followed by the Page of Stars with the King of Crystals. So I'm seeing new opportunities when it comes to more money. Again, like I feel like this has been at the base of your main theme of your reading. So again, it feels like you're coming into a new reality when it has to do with finances, resources, your security, your stability, all of those kinds of things. Whether it's in the home or your job, your money, whatever it might be. Some of you, it could even be your health. Pentacles always talks about the health. So it just feels like there's some kind of like For some of you, there might be a really big reward on the horizon. For others of you, there's a lot of focus on long-term finances that is allowing you to really start laying the right groundwork here in a new way, possibly with the guidance of someone who really knows what they're doing. Someone who is more logical. Again, this King of Crystals, someone who's maybe more like, and I say this just because the Queen of Cups, I feel like, is you here, Earth signs. So like you maybe have been more emotional. Maybe you need someone who can see things more from a logistical point of view, who can maybe see the details, the structures, all that kind of stuff. And I just see like new ways coming in here to support you. And there could be someone here who's going to support you. It could be a partner, a friend, a boss. I don't know, someone in this Two of Cups that's kind of you're uniting with that could be part of it. So again, I see really good things for you coming in, but it feels like you're still not fully out of the gauntlet yet, but it does feel like you're almost out of it. So like you've gone through the main part of this initiation, but there is something that still needs to be transformed, and you've got to allow that. And it may just mean you have to like really look at it. So wow, I can't believe I haven't even pulled the clarifiers yet. I thought I was done the reading. Okay. Ace of Crystals. All right. What is this Ace of Crystals about? I literally just thought I was ending the reading. Oh my God. Okay. So here it is. The King of Crystals in reverse. With the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. Look. For some of you like, and someone else have been tested, you're going through a testing phase, again, it could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be a coworker, something. I would say though, like here it is, the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords, and you got the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords here, and then the Three of Cups in reverse. It's like you're wanting to put behind struggles where like there's disappointments or plans falling through, or not being on the same page, or all like these kinds of little things. And so I see like breakthroughs around this. Again, this could be that you are finding someone who's going to really help support you, who again is more of that, like just not so much in their feelings. I mean, they can be, but they are more, they're going to bring to the table more of the logic, more of the structure, more of the planning that is maybe needed by you. Let's see. What is this Nine of Stars? And it also feels like maybe too, like with these two people, and I say that because I don't know how to categorize them because it's going to be different for all of you. This is a general reading, but these two people, it feels like there hasn't been a plan or a concrete plan or being on the same page plan. And it's caused like maybe some disappointment or sadness or letdowns in the past, but it just feels like you're getting a whole new kind of breakthrough on this. Like, again, this Ace of Swords to me always means like it's a new reality coming in for you. What's this Nine of Stars in reverse? Okay, we have the Strength card. Yeah, so really doubting yourself here, not feeling good about yourself. Three of Pentacles, and this could be, again, like you're working with someone else. This involves someone else. It doesn't have to be working, but it involves someone else. You're trying to build something with someone else. And again, like, because there could be some codependent natures in there. And like, again, we're all like, even if we can try to be as interdependent as we want, but let's face it, we all have some levels of codependency still within us, where we work on it in some areas of our life and not fully in others. So there could just be this like realizing like, okay, you're trying to work on something with someone else. It involves another person. But again, it's shaking your confidence here. What's this Queen of Cups in reverse? Oh my, yes. Okay. Okay. Five of Wands in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and then the Eight of Pentacles upright. So again, some of you might be experiencing a lot of like there's just some kind of chaos around you, conflict. It could just be in your environment. It could be between you and this other person. It could just be like one of you experiencing it. But again, it's just like this needing to really start looking at like there is this part of you though, like as disappointing and as emotional as this might have been for you. Some of you may have thrown yourself into your work. You may have just gotten yourself task happy, just busy, focusing on things that you have control over. But at the end of the day though, this is about realizing that the glass is definitely half full, not half empty. And there is hope here. This is not a lost cause. Earth signs. What is this 3 of crystals in reverse? The 4 of swords in reverse. So you definitely had to meditate. You had to go inward. You had to reflect. You had to maybe retreat, take your own space and time. Maybe someone around you needed to do that in order to heal. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, this is like there's a choice to be made here. It's like, hey, there's this option or is this option? Which option are we? Are you on this option and I'm on this option? Or are we both on this option and not on this option? Like there's kind of like this discussion, I think, that's also kind of coming up for you, Earth signs, of weighing out things. What's this 10 of crystals in the current energies? Yeah. Okay. So the 10 of crystals is clarified by the High Priestess, and the 6 of Pentacles. So again, I feel like you're going to be coming into something that you can't see. You're going to be receiving something that you don't know about. You can't see it. It's hidden. But it's also helping to put to bed a very long lasting kind of enduring time of being stressed, being like worried about something, having to face like some kind of pain that you're like, okay, it's time to move beyond this. But I am seeing though reciprocation, you possibly receiving, for some of you, you might be receiving money or some kind of gift. I don't know, but it is something that you don't see coming. Like it's going to kind of, even if you kind of feel like you might feel like it's coming, you don't expect it now. Like it feels like it's going to reveal itself. So what's this 2 of Cups? I also get that for some of you, like as you're going through this initiation, this trials and tribulations, that there's a part of you that knows it's going to pay off. It's like your higher self is speaking to you like it's going to pay off. It's going to be good in the end. What's this 2 of Cups? Okay, we have the 3 of Wands. So talking about the future, what you want to bring to shore. Okay, we have the Fool in reverse and the 9 of Cups in reverse. So again, this is about a new beginning of something that you've really wanted for a long time. This is something that feels like it's been delayed. It hasn't come through yet. It's something that you've wanted for a while. And it feels like it's finally going to be coming together. And this is a really this is a big new beginning for you, Earth signs. Whatever this is a big new beginning. Again, it's going to be clouded. It's not going to feel as joyous as maybe one might think it would, because there's a lot of like external pressures around you, but it's pressures that are preparing you for what's ahead in the best way. Like what's ahead, not meaning like the worst. What's this Death card? What's this Death card in reverse? Okay, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. And we have the Empress card coming up. Finally, we see the Empress. Okay. So again, it's like, I don't know, there's some kind of, you're going to get some news here or signs. You're just like not thrilled about it. It's like, oh, I just want to move beyond this. I want to leave this behind. And again, it's just because with the Empress here, like, I feel like you know how big and full of potential either your dream, what's ahead of you is. This is a pregnancy card, and I don't mean that literally, well, maybe for some of you, just because I'm seeing a lot of new cards coming in here, but more so from this idea of birthing something new. Like this is a really big new beginning. It feels like you're in fertile area. It feels like things are going to grow very well once they're growing. So it's like, you know, you're there. And also I just feel like this Venus sign that she's holding also to me feels like a key. And so there's some kind of key within your own feminine energy of being able to receive, to just allow, to not push. I think are going to be like important. What's this Justice card? What's the Justice card? All right, we have the Hangman in reverse. So again, I feel like this is a delay. This is some kind of delayed decision, good reward, something working out in your favor. We have the Three of Swords again coming up in your reading with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this is like something that you've been really like working on towards, like healing, moving beyond. And there's something that really needs to be let go here with the Four of Pentacles. You can't hold back. But there is a pause here. There is a pause. So there might be some delay that comes up, and it's okay. Just let go, keep moving with the energies. What's this 10 of Stars? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Clarified by the Magician in reverse and another 10 of Pentacles. So you have double 10 of Pentacles. Guys, there could be a serious influx of money coming your way, and again, it might not be something that you've been expecting. And if you have, it feels like it might even be better than you were hoping for. The Magician coming in here. This is a delayed thing. This is something that you've been expecting or wanting or hoping for. It's finally coming through for you. So again, it's like, know that you are being prepared through this initiation process. The pressures, the challenges, it's all going to be worth it in the end. What's this King of Crystals, Page of Stars energy? Okay, we have the 10 of Wands. And we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So again, you know what this speaks to me of? This is the energy of knowing that, no, it doesn't have to be hard. No, you don't have to carry the burden your entire life. Like that's a lie, right? Like the Page of Swords in reverse is like the lies, the deceit, the illusions that we can create, the things that we buy into that aren't true. And it's like you're somehow going to find that it's not as difficult as you thought it would have to be. And it's because you're going to get some help, and you're going to be laying the right foundations now. So help is coming your way. Things are coming together. You're going to have to go through a little bit of a pressure cooker though, where you're going to definitely feel challenged, but it's all preparation for this new phase that looks very abundant, earth signs, for you. In many ways, it's either bringing in greater security for you or stability. It's increasing your resources, whether that's monetary or in other. And for some of you, if this is health related, your health is significantly improving. So that's my reading for you. And on that note, speaking of health, I just want to say, because I know I've talked about it, but I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to do a whole freaking video on it once I do more work with it. But red light therapy is the freaking shit. Okay. Like I love it. I didn't realize, obviously, like I've used red light therapy and like wands and things of that nature, but I haven't done the full bed that is like super high powered. So the bed that I've been using like is so top of the line. And I think that's why the results have been really fast. But I can't believe like my energy levels I don't even know how it's possible that I was able to do the retreat and not take a day off for another 2 weeks straight and just keep working. I finally took this weekend off. But like, I attribute it to the red light therapy. Like there's something about like, it's completely starting to balance my hormones. Things that have taken a long time to heal are finally healing. I just feel like I have more energy and my body composition is changing. Like it feels like overnight, like it's crazy. So it's just, I can't speak highly enough about it. So whether it's like you're needing to recover from something, you're needing to boost your health, because it just helps your cells work at such an optimal level. Everything just starts functioning better. So health, hormones, anything like weight loss, recovery, like all of that is just so good. And I've also been taking, I'm going to share with you guys before we head on to the next sign. I've been taking this NAD supplement, NAD Plus by RHO, RHO is the company. Liposomal, really good product. It's not cheap, but it's not super expensive either. It's totally worth it. Oh my God. If there was one supplement, if I had to choose all my supplements that I could only take one, this would be the one that I would take, hands down. You wouldn't even have me second guessing it. It would be NAD Plus, 100%. And it's this one I'm finding, like, as soon as I started taking it with my vitamin D K2, like, changes as well. So I don't know. I'm just kind of putting it out there for any of you that might be needing that, because I wish I knew about it sooner. All right, let's move on to water signs. You guys are next. Water. Terry, Jack, Field of Theater. Hello, William, Jack, S. Good to see you. Oh, glad you liked it, Dots. Oh, Kayla, I'm so sorry. Oh, everyone send Kayla some love in the live chat, please. Kayla, thank you so much for being here. My goodness. Sending you and all of your family love and support at this time. All right. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's in store for my water signs for the first half of June. Hi, Melanie. All right, what's in store for my water signs first half of June? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. What is the main theme of water signs reading, and what is their potential challenge? Okay, what is the main theme of their reading? Okay, and the potential challenge. There we go. Oh, everyone's getting the singers as their challenge. Not surprising. You know why I'm not surprised now? Jupiter moving into Cancer, very intuitive sign, right? And all the singers tend to be with more intuitive nature. But Jupiter moving into Cancer is being squared Saturn. So it's like this deeper knowing that comes from our intuitive sense, from like our just our deeper intuition is getting challenged. So I'm not surprised to see that constantly coming up in everyone's challenge. So your theme, water signs, is the Oak Men. Okay. So let's go into that. So this is about strength, ancient wisdom, and depth. The eyes of the oak men are a warm light brown, but some people look at them and say red eyes, scary. So let's see here. When I see this card, I lose track of all time. I feel deep grounding and peace, contentment. Everything is where is there if you just take the time to be part of it. It's a deep homecoming for me. To me, the Oakmen show the deep wisdom of age, the inner peace and strength of the elders. This is what the Oakmen are about. Can you look at them and see them as they are, or are you only seeing your own projections? The universe, like the Oakmen, is full of wisdom and compassion and strength, but it doesn't always come in pretty packages. So this card depicts the strength and wisdom of age. It also reminds us that what we need to know, what is truly there to be seen, cannot be discovered by a superficial glance and hasty reaction. In a reading, the Oakmen tell us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of the matter and to see past the superficialities of the surface. Consider the history of the situation in depth and learn from the past. Consult others with more experience than you have. Learn from the wisdom of the elders, both those available to you personally and those you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this matter, it would be wise to make your decisions after more pondering and study of the situation. So, water signs, definitely no hasty decisions. Consider motivations in depth. Take action only after thorough deliberation. And the Oakmen tell us that haste may be at this moment our worst enemy. This is also a time where you may want to connect with trees. Okay, interesting. Let's see where the singer of connection is coming into. This is about spiritual connection, karma, balance, and empathy. Through the power of the singer, all connections are made, held, and released as appropriate. In a reading, the singer indicates the connection of things, especially reconnecting to those that have been sundered. It is unifying and reunifying. It tells us that what we need to be aware of, the connections between different aspects of the issue under discussion, as well as the connections between the people linked by it. We may also need to build more connections and network of mutual support. This card indicates support and strength flowing through the connections between those involved. So here's the thing, water signs. This may involve other people for you, this reading. Usually it does. But it's speaking to this need for, like, whatever decisions you're making or however you're going to act, it's important for you to take your time to deliberate, to thoroughly look below the surface, to look from both your perspective and the other's perspective, to put yourself in other people's shoes. Because the singer of connection here, this is your challenge, is like there is a deeper connection that's available here, but in order for that to happen, it's not going to happen through just like a quick glance or seeing it from your perspective only. It's really important to know both sides at this time. So we'll see where this is kind of leading us. All right. What do we need to know about the past for my water signs? Okay, we have the Ace of Crystals in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. I think you found something out you didn't like here, water signs, and maybe thought of giving up. Yeah, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So there you are, a little detached maybe, or you're dealing with someone who's feeling a little detached. It feels like this is about building a stronger connection that is on empathy, compassion for what you're both going through. We have the Page of Cups in reverse coming into your to your current energies. What else is coming into the current energies here? Oh, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Don't freak out, water signs, with all these reversals. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Coming into the one second here. Coming into the near future. Queen of Crystals in reverse. Ooh, sharp tongue coming our way. The Fool in reverse. And Three of Cups upright. Okay. Overall energy. The Hierophant in reverse with the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. You are in territory that is a little unfamiliar. It's non-traditional. Okay. The Hierophant in reverse is saying that the wisdom is going to come from places you were not typically expecting or used to. I'm also getting this as a unique situation, one that doesn't line up to your past situations. And that's with the Five of Wands here in reverse. It's like, it's telling me you can overcome the conflict. You can overcome the drama. But it's going to come through an approach that comes through wisdom, higher learning, but in different ways than you're used to. So having an open mind, water signs, over the next couple of weeks is going to be really important. So in your past, you have the Ace of Crystals in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. So like I said, it feels to me like Ace of Crystals in reverse. Either there was a decision made that you weren't happy about, or you found something out, new information, saw things in a new way than you weren't expecting. And with the Nine of Wands here, this is like, I'm giving up. Like, what's the point? You know, it's just like, I can't do this kind of energy. The King of Cups here, this could be you, water signs, where, I don't know if you're just detaching yourself from a situation, or the person who, like this, maybe you're in a situation with here, is detaching. The King of Cups is just not emotionally showing up maybe in the most mature way, the most grounded way. Emotions are a little all over the place, to be quite honest. And also not there. I don't know. It just I'm getting the word scattered. Scattered is the word I'm getting with that card. Okay. Page of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands. All right, look. It feels like the Page of Cups here and the Knight of Cups do feel good. They feel like there's some kind of, I don't know, resistance around them. There's something holding them down, suppressing them, not allowing them to fully kind of bloom into their potential. And what's I like is that you got a page and you got a knight. So it is growing, right? It's not kind of reversing. So it is moving in the right direction, where there's maybe an idea. The Page of Cups is more like the initial opening, opportunity, whatever. But then the Knight of Cups is like, okay, action. The action feels a little touch and go. It feels a little heart's in the right place, but maybe the follow through is not fully lining up. Or with this Knight of Cups, it could be that the action is going to needs to come out of the closet, so to speak. So it's almost like maybe there is action being taken, but you can't see it, or you others aren't seeing what you're doing, because it's a little bit more behind the scenes. But with the Ace of Wands here, we do have a breakthrough coming. So things are going to shift. Things are going to there's a spark here. There's an initiation. There's definitely some hope with this card, this Ace of Wands. It's bringing in new opportunities that are spiritually binding, which is an interesting word that just came through. There's something spiritually binding happening here. And I get an agreement of some sort that is spiritually binding. So I don't know what that means exactly. We'll kind of see what the cards say. So in the near future, we have the Queen of Crystals, Queen of Swords in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and then the Three of Cups. So look, again, the Queen of Swords, she doesn't mince her words. She's not making nice. All right. The Queen of Swords, this could be also about coming back to a conversation that you've already had with someone. and maybe needing to change the new fresh start, or like change things up to get a better start, because there are new opportunities here. The singers are always initiations or new energy. And with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Crystals, and the Fool all in your main spread, and the Page of Cups, there's a lot of new energy coming in here for you that's building. It's all going to go to a great place because we've got a celebration. We have a reason. There's fun, there's lightheartedness, there's happiness here. So water signs, it is moving in the right direction. It just feels like, again, communication is going to need to be important here, because there needs to be empathy and compassion on both sides of the table, whoever's coming to the table with you. So let's see, what's this Hierophant in reverse? Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the World. Okay, so this is about overcoming something, like feeling really good about like a major achievement, graduating from something, going on, we're ready to like close the door and open up a new one. And also it's about like not doing it alone. With the Five of Pentacles here, it's like you can reach your destination, you can go the distance here, but you're not going to do it alone. So this is about collaborative efforts that are probably going to need to get on the same page, and they will. It does feel like they're going to get on the same page, but with the Hierophant here in reverse, this is coming through non-traditional ways. So this is not just, it's not necessarily going by the book. This is more street sense than book sense is what I'm saying. So, and again, it's going to help you move away from this drama, this, I don't know, chaos or whatever that is kind of in the mix. So what's this Ace of Crystals? What's this Ace of Crystals in reverse? There's the King of Swords is coming up in everyone's reading. And Air Signs is last. Air Signs is like, no, I want to be in the reading now. Okay, what else? What else do we need to know about this Ace of Crystals? Oof, the Devil in reverse. All right, look. So again, like I feel like you got some sort of information that you didn't like, or set you off kilter a little bit here. Only I say that because the Nine of Wands following it in reverse. So clearly there's like some kind of toxic energy. There's some kind of energy that's not good for you, that's either tied up in fears, it's tied up in things that you feel bound to. And this information may have come from, again, someone who is more logical, or it could be that someone needed to put their, like, come in and say, hey, no, like that's not the right decision. Or we got to change this, you know, and again, like that could be you, could be someone else, but I'm just seeing that there's some kind of revealing here of like, hey, we got to break this cycle. Kind of energy, like whatever this is making me stuck. This is making me trapped, or like I don't like where I'm at. Like this isn't allowing me to expand. This isn't allowing me to move forward in the way that I want to. So what's this Nine of Wands in reverse? Okay. A lot of like... Okay, we have the Two of Cups with the Three of Swords in reverse. So there is this energy, like if this involves somewhere else, it's like there's kind of like, do I give up on this or do I not? It does look like, though, that there was healing. So again, like I don't feel like there was this giving up overall, but the energy was definitely there. Like you were confronted it. Because I do see this has to do with someone you deeply care about. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it's like, okay, we have to heal this. We have to work on this. And again, with the King of Cups here in reverse, it does feel there's a scattered energy with this. So what is this King of Cups? Okay, Fool card. There's the Fool again. So again, I think you might be revisiting this. So it's like talking about new beginnings, fresh starts, right? But the energy's scattered with this King of Cups. And so I don't know if they're emotionally invested in it yet. If that's you, water signs, you may not be emotionally invested in it, or you might be feeling scattered emotionally. But there's definitely this new opportunity, this new beginning, like a whole like new book, right? And it would require a lot of hard work with the Eight of Pentacles coming up here. This is not easy. This is something that you need to dedicate yourself to. This is something that needs to be fully immersed into. Like you can't have distractions. You can't have like the Eight of Pentacles is very focused. This is about mastery level stuff, right? So this is where you want to get a job done and you want to get a job done right. So again, but there's like a lot of emotional upheaval here with the King of Cups in reverse. So it could be that is what's initiating this. What's this Page of Cups? What's this Page of Cups in reverse? Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. And there's our Hierophant in reverse with the Five of Wands. Okay, so literally the theme is coming up right here. Okay. It's like there's going to be some major communication, but there's also going to be clarity. The Eight of Wands brings in fast clarity. Okay. And it's around like, what are we doing? How are we moving forward with this? Again, I'm saying we, because it really does feel from the oracle readings like this is involving you and another party. Whoever that party is, could be anyone. But it's like, okay, we need to sort this out, because the Page of Cups, again, it feels like the energy is in the right place, but how it's being executed, maybe not. So again, it's like there's going to be some drama here in the beginning of the month here, water signs, that you're going to have to confront again. But I do feel, though, it's getting you to where you want to be. So again, like I said, guys, this Saturn, this Jupiter coming into its final square with Saturn and then Neptune, it's like we're all feeling that pressure of like Jupiter represents our understanding of everything, our knowledge, our awareness, right? And Saturn's like the iron fist, like it has to be done this way. And so it's like really kind of like really expanding our ideas and our beliefs and awareness of how something could be done. Again, Saturn in Aries is asking us to be responsible about who we are, how we're showing up in the world. So all of us are getting challenged in this way. What's this Knight of Cups in reverse? Okay, we have the Justice card in reverse. The Six of Swords. I'm going to pull one more card on this Knight of Cups in reverse. And then the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So it's like if there's been a delay of moving forward, seeing the actions that you need to see, or you taking the actions that you need to do, with the Justice card here in reverse, it's like something isn't fair. Something isn't right. It's either not fair for you, it's not fair for someone else, or it's just not fair for the situation. And what I am seeing, though, is finally there's going to be the sense of moving on from this, like getting out of this spin cycle. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this is like really taking care of yourself. This is prioritizing your health. This is prioritizing your self-worth, your value, all of that kind of stuff. And so it's like, you know, whatever is kind of coming in here, it's like really realizing, okay, like it's really like, I feel this is very strongly tied to self-worth and what you have to offer. So and being able to move away from something that's just not right. Like it's not fair. It's not fair for you. And again, maybe if you're involved with other people, like it's not fair for them. What's this Ace of Wands? Oh, we got the Empress coming up again in the same position it did in Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn's reading. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Empress. So again, like I said, there's going to be a breakthrough of not being able to move on from something, not being able to leave something that you know is not serving you anymore. It's not good for you. It doesn't help you. Maybe in the past there was some payoff. It doesn't have a payoff anymore. And realizing that, and there's going to be a breakthrough around this, a really big breakthrough. And I love this again. It's because like either there's someone very, very important to you that there's a breakthrough that's helping facilitate this, or this is about you knowing your worth. This is about you really knowing like, you know what? I am so much better than this, or I am capable of so much more. I know that I'm here for more. Like there's like this really big energy blooming of self-realization. And again, that's that Jupiter square Saturn in Aries, this self-realization of like really understanding who you are in the deeper levels, because Jupiter in Cancer is also, yes, it's about house and home and family and all that, but it's also about your inner world. It's about the deepest parts of you that only a select few in your life get to ever see, right? And it's really coming to this self-realization, this understanding like, hey, I got to show up differently. I got to be different. Whether it's just for yourself, for someone else, for others around you. Again, Jupiter in Cancer, if you have kids, all that kind of stuff can come up. So what's this Queen of Crystals in reverse? All right, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. There's like, it feels like, again, this is not some like one and done kind of situation. We also have the Knight of Wands here in reverse. Okay. Someone's going to lay down the law. I don't know if it's you or I don't know someone around you, but someone's going to be laying down the law. And they're going to say, there are no other options. This is the only option. And it's about not being like fully in, like it's about hot and cold. It's about like showing up a little bit and then not really showing up. It's like that energy's not going to work. And so there's just like this decision for like full commitment. And I think that's why the Fool is coming back up here again in reverse when it was up here in the past. This is about really making sure like, hey, this is the new journey. This is the new chapter, not even the new chapter, like the whole new book that maybe we're writing together, or that you're co-creating with someone else, co-authoring. There is definitely going to be someone's putting their foot down. I don't know if it's you, water signs, or someone else around you. What's the Fool? What's the Fool in reverse? Three of Wands in reverse. Because this is about really looking into your future, and it's like, what is it that you want? Are you really going to get it like this? And Six of Cups, again, for some of you, children could be involved. For others of you, this involves like someone who's maybe feels more like a soulmate. This could also just be someone from your past. This would also just be something that you know is tied to like a childhood dream, a desire. But like, this is about really getting clear about what feels good and what doesn't. What keeps you away from having those nostalgic moments that doesn't feel like they're bad. Like it feels like they're important. Like the nostalgic moments that actually help propel you forward. And then we have the Three of Cups. What's this Three of Cups? Okay. We have the Hermit and the Queen of Wands coming in. So again, there's a celebration where like, maybe one person really needs to remove themselves from something. With the Hermit, this often means like it's a time for going in, it's self-reflection. But this is also about like the Queen of Wands is about feeling really good about yourself, like feeling like, yeah, I can do this. I got this. You feel magnetic. You feel that might be about your family. This might be about your home life. Again, some of you, this might have to do with children, but it does feel like it's a celebratory reason. So there's good coming out of this. You're finally going to get to the place that you want to. Again, this is about building connections. You got to take your time. This is definitely not Rome built overnight, okay, or in a week. Like this is going to be an ongoing thing, but it's heading in the right direction. So I do feel like you're going to start to see major progress by the end of this month, water signs. So give yourself some grace and some space to allow for that to happen, to allow yourself to be heard, to allow someone else that you're dealing with to be heard, and to move through this in a way that is connecting, again, through methods that are, or ways that are just not traditional to what you're used to. This is this is a unique situation, which is going to need a unique approach. So however way you've been used to approaching these situations in your life in the past, know that this one's going to be different, is what I want to say. All right, so that's my reading for you, water signs. Let me know how that one resonated with you or didn't, because I know that was a little bit of a tricky one. Not doing bad on time. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Love that. All right. Water signs, let me know in the live chat how that was. All right. So, air signs, you guys are next. All right. Thank you for being so patient. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Air signs. What is in store for my air signs for the first half of June? I can't believe we are in the 6th month of 2025 already. Like, does each year just get another supercharged motor on it? Like, I just cannot believe how fast these years are flying by. Is it because I'm just getting older? I don't know. Okay. Terry, happy birthday. Aw. Jenny, you just signed on with a new publisher. Ooh, that would definitely be, Jenny, where is your ascendant in air? And which air sign is it? Tell me. That's super cool. Congratulations. Aquarius. Do you know what degree? Are you like late Aquarius or early mid? Aquarius moon too. Okay. So it's like double. Yeah, just let me know. If you're later degrees, that would probably be the impact of Jupiter moving through Gemini for you in some ways. Because Jupiter rules publishing. Okay, let's see. All right, what's in store for my air signs? And don't forget, if you guys are interested in getting your own divine data drop, you want to get your own personal initial transmission from Velocity Oracle before maybe you commit to the AI membership, or you're just curious, you just want your own transmission. I'm leaving the link in the description below for you to do that. And if you do love your transmission and you're like, I want to jump into Velocity Oracle, you can apply your investment that you paid for your transmission towards the actual membership. Okay. All right. Last but not least, my air signs. let's find out what's in store for you. What is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge? All right. Oh, we got 2 here. Oh, then I'm not going to take that one. Okay, so, oh, I love these ones. Okay, so the main theme of your reading is something the retriever. Ilb? Ilb? I think it's Ilb, if I remember correctly. Ilb, the retriever, is the main theme of your reading. So let's go into that. This is a cutie. This is about finding something that was lost. Ilb is trying to remind you of something you've lost, a hope, perhaps, or a dream. You may have thought it gone forever, but he is holding it out for you for reconsideration. He thinks you can do something with it now. The way may not be obvious, but his clever nose has a scented path, a potential opening for bringing this into your life. Sometimes Ilb may be saying that a long-awaited dream is at last arriving on the scene, and there is nothing we need to do but open our hearts and minds to it. However, we usually have to work for it. So look, there could be something that felt lost that's finally going to be found for you, air signs. And with Puck, okay, your main challenge here. Let's go to Puck. If I remember correctly, Puck is great energy, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Shape changer, good and bad, bad and good, paradox, resolution. Okay. He is a shape changer, appears in whatever guise he thinks will be most confusing to you. So again, it's like, it's depending on his purpose. He weaves spells to bemuse our senses and confuse our judgment. He is a master of the arts of illusion and delusion, holding up a distorting mirror to reveal the bad and the good in the bad. So this is kind of like, again, like that paradox, like what you thought might be lost might actually be found now. And what might seem like they said, a confusing pathway ahead may reveal itself with clarity as soon as you start walking it. Again, first step, you won't know exactly what you are doing, but that's okay. Trust me, it's always worked out for me. I can tell you without hesitation that my best payoffs are the paths that I stepped onto that I had no idea where they were going. And I had no idea what I was doing. Okay. So confusions and paradoxes are often self-created. In that confusion, we are likely to believe almost anything someone presents to us just to feel as if we have a metaphorical anchor into reality. His challenge for us is to wake up, to stop projecting our confusions onto reality. Once we have seen the truth, seeming contradictions and paradoxes melt away. So this is about like really, you want to stop projecting like your beliefs, your ideas of how something might need to happen onto a situation, because it does seem, air signs, like there might be this beginning of a dream coming true for you, or some kind of opportunity that's related to a dream. So it's time for the resolution of seeming contradictions and paradoxes in this situation. Someone or some part of the situation is cloaked in confusion, and our muddled thoughts must be stripped away. Again, if there is someone around you who keeps confusing you, stop listening to them. Okay, especially someone who like is following their own dreams, revealing truth. So we just need to think about it. The information we needed is now available to us, and as soon as we have that burst of insight and get it, it's time for us to make changes based on our new clear understanding. Alternatively, for some of you, it may be time for a reality check on the good, bad labels that you put on things. So be careful of what you think is good and what you think is bad, because there are often times I've definitely thought that I had something really good and it wasn't. And there's times where I thought I had something, this doesn't seem so great, and it turned out to be wonderful. So just kind of keep that in mind. So let's see, what do we need to know about the past for air signs? Okay, we have the King of Stars in reverse. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Queen of Crystals in reverse, and coming into the current energy, we have the Star card. Finally, the Star card shows up in the readings. Wonderful card for you to be getting, considering the oracles already. We have the Sun in reverse in the heart of your spread, and then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Again, this is like your confusion. Something really good is coming your way and it's going to be confusing to you. Like you might be projecting stuff onto it, air signs. And then we have the Two of Cups coming into your near future. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Tower closing out your reading. Overall energy, we have the Five of Wands and the Magician in reverse underneath it. All right, so there's inner turmoil. Maybe there's drama around you. Things are just, again, like kind of cluttered, kind of chaotic, a mess, so to speak. And it's just like it's infringing on your ability to like manifest or like use everything that you know you're used to using to get what you need done, to make shit happen. So, I will say though, whatever feels like it might be a bad situation, air signs, it may not actually be that bad. There may be some really good coming out of it. I'm sorry. So the King of Stars in reverse, the Two of Wands, and then the Queen of Crystals here in reverse. So look, King of Stars in reverse is that kind of missing in action kind of person. It's kind of the dad that doesn't show up. It's the person who tells you they're going to do something and then they don't. So there's no like they break their promises. They can sometimes even have like addictions to gambling, that kind of thing, you know, where they're just not really good with their money. So this is kind of coming up in your reading for some reason. And then you have the Two of Wands. And so the Two of Wands is saying like you're at a fork in the roads. Like you have to make a decision. There are two paths ahead of you. One that maybe you're already walking and maybe a new one that you want to start walking. And with the Queen of Crystals here in reverse, there's kind of like a no holds barred here kind of energy. It's like you can't mince words. You can't be nice about something. Like there has to be raw, honest truth here. And I think this has happened in your past. So it makes me wonder like what's happened here, because it feels like it's opening up some kind of doorway or opportunity or energy that's now bringing forth like a big wish or dream for you that you've, again, perhaps thought was past you or like you missed the opportunity in the past. It could be coming back around. The problem here is that with the Sun in reverse, that there is a little bit of confusion. So maybe, again, it might feel like, oh, I don't know, like, is it too good to be true? Or it could be this energy of, okay, that's really great, but then you can start projecting all of these things of how it can't happen onto it, and then you just suffocate the energy. But with the Ten of Wands here in reverse, it's telling us that it's lightening the load, like the heaviness is going to be behind you. So whatever burdens you've been carrying, whatever obstacles or challenges you've been facing for such a long time, it feels like that's finally going to be put behind you. So again, if you've been in that place for a long time and something good comes your way, it makes sense why you would be kind of looking at it kind of cockeyed, you know, like, I don't know if I really believe this, you know, like I've seen how my life has been the last however many weeks, months, years, and you're like, no. But I wouldn't be so sure about that, air signs. In your future, we have the Two of Cups, the Page of Wands in reverse, and then the Tower. So look, there is something coming together here, whether this is you and a dream coming together, you and another person, there's a uniting of forces coming here. The Page of Wands in reverse. Interesting. I want to say that sometimes the Page of Wands it's good news, but it's delayed. It's not coming in when you expected. And then you were followed by the Tower, which is bringing in crazy change. Like the ground beneath you is very shaky, but that could be a really good thing. This could be a good surprise. I don't know. Let's kind of clarify and see where this is going, air signs. All right. 5 of Wands. It's just really important that you see the good in the bad and the bad in the good. Okay, that's going to be your challenge this first half of June. Which, in a way, also, I have to say this because I'm being told, yes, see the good in the bad and the bad and the good, but don't get confused in like, well, which is which? Because I think you're going to know deep down that this is what you want, because it's the Star card. I mean, this is a big wish. This is like your biggest wish. And so I just want to say, because I can see how you would get confused when you're not supposed to be confused about seeing, oh, I'm supposed to see the bad and the good. And it's just make sure you're looking with clear eyes is what I'm saying. Is like, you want to just see it for everything for what it is. Okay. Sometimes we can project too much good onto something or too much bad onto something. Instead, if you can kind of remain neutral, I think you're going to really see things for what they are. So let's see what the 5 of Wands is. Okay. So we have the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Wands in reverse. So you're going to get some information here really fast, and you're going to get clarity on why things aren't happening the way you wanted them to, or, you know, like things that you've been maybe wanting to that haven't come in. It may have been a blessing is what I want to say. But something around the drama, the chaos shifting, like you're going to finally get some answers. You're going to get some clarity. There's going to be some communication around this. What's the King of Stars? So where there were no answers, you are going to have answers, air signs. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands coming up on our King of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the 6 of Cups. So again, this is likely someone you're very familiar with. And there's resistance. So again, the King of Stars is someone who's maybe not holding up their end of the bargain. They're not showing up in the way that they say they're going to. And there's resistance here. There's like, with the 7 of Wands here, there's fighting, maybe fighting for oneself, maybe needing to take a stand against that energy. I don't know. But that's kind of coming up here for some reason. So what's this 2 of Wands? Ooh. 2 of Cups in reverse. So again, it's this could be like really way back in the past for some of you. Because this 2 of Cups in reverse with the 2 of Wands, it's like, okay, there could have been like an ending of a contract, a breakup, again, like the dissolution of you and a dream, where like there was a fork in the roads here, right? Again, I don't know why for some of you, I feel like this was a long time ago. Like some of you, this isn't going to be too far back, but I am picking up like a really like long energy here for some of you. Let me see what else is on this 2 of Wands. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So it's like really someone, you know, the Queen of Pentacles here, it's interesting because we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So this is about really needing to maybe put yourself first, really kind of focus on some of you being a mom with the Queen of Pentacles here. But it's like whatever was the spark, it felt like if there was this juncture here where you could have gone down that road, but I don't think you did, or if you did, it didn't fully manifest. So what's this Queen of Crystals in reverse? We have the Temperance card in reverse. First time we've seen the Temperance card, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so patience has worn out here, and it's like the Ace of Swords is like, no, like there's a decision that needs to be made here. Some of you are getting a brand new idea, but this is about creating, again, a new reality. And I want to say patience has been worn out here. For some of you, you were trying to find a balance and it just wasn't working. And you're realizing that you can't have what you want, creating the type of balance that you thought you could create. Like there was some kind of illusion within that balance is what I want to say. So what's the star? What's the star? Okay. The Queen of Swords and then the Page of Swords in reverse. Well, interesting. So now we have the Queen of Swords upright. You're going to hear some information, air signs. Someone, I mean, this could be you. This could be you. But for some of you, this is about realizing there's some beliefs that were very self-sabotaging that you've had, like these ideas that you bought into about the way things work or the way you can operate. And it's just, it's not, you're realizing that's not true and that you can, because there is an opportunity that's presenting itself here. There's a door opening, a timeline shifting around this desire, dream that you have, that you've wanted, is kind of coming back around. What's the Sun card? Okay, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's like this anxious energy, this kind of like, I don't know, confusion. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. All I gotta say is don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, air signs. That's like the first thing I'm getting from this reading here. Again, it's interesting because I do feel like we've entered into a new timeline collectively where there's no going back. And things on this new timeline don't necessarily get the same applications that the old one did. And so recognizing that there's new energies and new ways that things are formulating and coming together. So be aware of that. What's this 10 of Wands in reverse? Oh, Star card again. You got the Star card twice in your current energies. Like I said, there is a burden lifting, like a dream come true here, something related to it. It's opening up. That doorway is definitely opening up for you, and it's going to be uplifting. You have the Page of Pentacles here in reverse. I feel for some of you, this is something that you've opened the door on before, but then you abandoned it. And it's like you didn't lay down the right groundwork, so you didn't apply yourself in the way that you know you could have. But you're getting a do-over. It feels like you're getting a do-over, air signs. Like a reset for this dream, this wish. So something big is happening for you in the first half of June. So what's this Two of Cups? The Nine of Wands. And the 10 of Cups. So as soon as I saw the 9 of Wands, all I heard was the hard work's paying off. So it's like whatever like you've gone through, whatever you've had to deal with, it's all going to pay off. This 2 of Cups is this, again, whatever this star is, it's tied to your like very happily ever after kind of dreams. Like, so it's like the thing that would make you be part of your like long-term happiness, long-term fulfillments emotionally. This could be tied to family. This could be tied to partnership. This could be tied to just a big dream overall, with the 10 of Cups coming in. But like it's coming together. Something's really coming together here for you, air signs. I don't really know what it is, but What's this Page of Wands? Okay, we have the Lovers in reverse. Again, it's like it felt like there's like good news that's delayed. Yeah, like I said, as I say that, the Page of Cups and the Judgment card. It's going to be so good. Whatever this is, air sign, to be an air sign right now, this is really, really good. There's something that's really putting you on your spiritual path. Like it's spiritually aligned. It's like destiny alignment. And it's like the Page of Cups is like, yes, this dream is true. You're getting a second chance. Like this is like, and I would say that it's based off of, for some of you, this might be a relationship, but for a lot of you, this just feels like there's been a delayed decision or delayed action on things coming to fully together, but they really are. Something big is happening for you for the entire month of June, air signs. What's this Tower? Oh, don't like seeing that card, but I got to pull it out. Jeez, hold on a second here. Okay, we got the Devil on the Tower. Don't like seeing that. And the Hierophant. What? The Hierophant and the Devil together on the Tower card. Well, if there isn't a reason for a tower, those two energies are certainly a reason for a tower moment. Oh my gosh. What is this? Can I get one more card on this? This is a big energy. Oh. And then you have the Chariot. What? Okay. So I'm being told to literally read this linearly. So you have the Tower, you're going to have a shakeup. And at first, I think it's going to scare the shit out of you. It's going to feel like a little shitty. Again, it's like this paradox. I want you, don't forget, something bad might like feel like it's happening, but there is good in it. And this is your moment. Okay. Whatever this, because something really good is happening. There's going to be a crazy shakeup towards the end, but it feels like it's going to be a big learning moment for you. It's going to really help you connect to something that allows you to grow, become a master at, and it's going to help you move forward in the path that you want to move forward. So it's almost like a leveling up kind of energy, but at first it's going to shake shit up and it's going to make you feel like, what the hell? So, this is why it's very important, air signs, for you to be very grounded in understanding just because something looks bad doesn't mean that there isn't good in it. Okay, so keep that in mind this whole month of June, because it really does look good for you overall. And I think there's just going to be some confusion. So come back to this reading again. I want to know in the comments, air signs. So that's my reading for you, air signs. Let me know, for all of you who are air, how that kind of resonated. And yeah, so let me just get this all up. Oh, Beverly, so good to see you. Awesome. And Jenny, oh, you are 13, 16 degrees. Could have been when Mercury was trining you through Gemini, 5th house. So, but that's cool. I'm trying to think here. Aquarius. Yeah. Fifi, hello, my dear. Good to see you. Oh, I'm so spot on. It's scary. A phone call to be made. There's angles. Okay. Yeah, Kim, that Scorpio full moon. I know you were feeling it. It has definitely kicked my ass too. There's an angel's face at the bottom of your sculpture with her hair flowing out, and then the circle looks like the universe. Really? Okay. I don't know if I see it yet, but maybe it's going to be one of those things that pops out. Thank you, Kim. Anthrogal, hello and welcome. trying to get a coaching business going, but it keeps stalling. I hope this is good news for me. I do think it's going to be good news for you. Oh, you just signed on Friday. Congratulations. That's so exciting. I love it when like big things are happening for you guys like that. Well, keep us posted, Jenny. And maybe I will see this face, an angel's face somewhere in here. But in any case, guys, love you. Have an amazing night. Don't forget, if you're interested in Velocity Oracle or just getting the Divine Data Drop, the links are in the below. The retreat is now on for September 25th to the 28th. It is going to be just outside Vail, Colorado. So new location, big upgrade on the home, much more modernized, much more brand new. We have a fireplace to do ceremony with, which I'm really excited about. We also have a sauna and an indoor hot tub. So, and we also have a creek in the backyard, which I'm really excited about. It's funny because Consuelo said to me, she goes, your next one has to be near water. And I said, well, you do realize that Colorado, like it's not the easiest to find water like nearby. And she's like, no, that's what they're saying. They're saying it's got to be near water. And I didn't even know when I booked this that it had a creek behind it until after I booked it. So I know just having that moving water is going to be important to the retreat, which I think will be cool because I'm already getting ideas for ceremonies for that. But in any case, if you're looking to come to the 3-day 180, if you want the biggest change of your life, if you want a spiritual upgrade, if you want to open up your gifts, if you want to get in touch with your higher self like you've never done before, all of those things can be achieved by coming to the 3-day 180 retreat. You will be mind blown, I promise you. So that's also in the link below this video. Guys, I will hopefully see you tomorrow for the podcast. I got a really great topic lined up for you. And other than that, I love you guys. Having a wonderful night, and I'll see you soon.